Greetings from the glacial moraines, formerly known as Washington, D.C. We got dumped with about 2 feet of snow this past weekend, and they're saying we're getting another foot at least tonight, so with any luck I will have not gone crazy with cabin fever by the time I record my next video for you guys. In the meantime, it has given me some time to practice a lot of fun different things. So, away we go. I'm going to start off by revisiting a concept from a couple weeks ago, namely a gentleman named PoiR² on the Home of Poi forums was asking about transitions from opposites crossers into polyrhythm hybrids. And at the time, I demoed this maneuver, which I understood to be an opposites crosser, into this kind of polyrhythm hybrid wherein one hand is doing extension and the other is doing anti-spin, and they rotate, your arms are rotating around in split time same direction, and switching back into it, of course. What I didn't realize is that there was some regional terminology that I was running up against, namely that where PoiR² is from, crosser is what we would refer to, or at least I would refer to, as a meltdown. At which point I had to concede that I did not know how to do an opposites meltdown, and a demo of this particular transition was not in the immediate future, but it is now. My blizzard is your benefit, PoiR². So, to get this down, I, as most things, broke it down step by step. So, whenever I start off a meltdown, whether it's same direction or opposites, I would start off with my right hand in front and crossed over the left-hand side of my body, my left hand crossed behind my body over the right-hand side, and I unwrap my arms, shelly back to native side, I turn my whole body, and I wrap my arms again in the same direction such that my right arm comes out on my left-hand side behind my back, and my left arm comes out on my right-hand side in the front, which results in this if I'm going in the same direction. In opposite direction, however, it's a bit trickier. And I actually found I had to go a couple beats, in each spot to really make it feel natural. And then break it down to a single beat in each spot. And then before you knew it, it was one smooth movement. Huzzah. It's actually not terribly different from a move I learned very, very early on in Poi, which is just this kind of opposites going back and forth, which hand is in front of your body and which hand is behind your body, with the added benefit of an extra beat in terms of where your hands wind up. That switches which side of your body it's on, right? Interestingly enough, I've found that it is far easier for me to turn with an opposites meltdown from while playing facing one direction to while playing facing the other direction. If I'm doing it opposites, because unlike same direction, if I know which direction my lead hand is supposed to wind up in, it somehow helps me get there in ways that same direction isn't, and I can't explain why, but just it turned out that way for me. So on to PoiR²'s original inquiry, which was how do we get from this to a polyrhythm hybrid. I actually found it's easier to do it by going with the direction of meltdown that actually feels less natural to me so far. I lose my planes a little bit on the left-hand side here, but otherwise it's usable. So how you get there? When you start off with your arms crossed and then unwrap them, this is the position if we were doing a same direction meltdown, at which folks tend to do this really beautiful, tricked out extension with both arms kind of thing, right? With the point opposites, however, it also presents an excellent opportunity to unwrap arms into a polyrhythm hybrid such as this. It's the same one I played around with the crosser transition a few videos ago. Unfortunately, it actually makes a relatively clean transition back into Meltdown. So from here, you'll note my left arm is going around. My right arm has but to go downward to meet it, and the polyrhythm hybrid comes out pretty easily. So, there you go, Poiere squared. Opposites Meltdown to polyrhythm hybrid, just for you. Next, I did a performance video a couple weeks ago now that there's one point in the video where I do a funky cap transition out of Zan's Diamond that a couple people have emailed me asking about, which it's all caps really. I'm just switching around how I'm treating the caps to make them flow in a different way. If you played around with Zan's Diamond, which amounts to, if you divvy it up according to hand, each hand on non-native side is going to be doing anti-spin corners, and on native side is going to be doing extension corners. So if I start down below with my right hand, you can go up to my left, because this is my left, your right, and go across and up. I've just gone through one node anti-spin, one node extension, right? Go back down and around and up. One node extension, one node anti-spin. I go straight back down, and now I'm back in my original position. I do the same thing with my left hand. I'm going extension, anti-spin, anti-spin, extension back down, right? Add the two of them up together, and you have this lovely butterfly pattern that switches between quarter, same time, and split time in different positions, right? Now, if I were to stop right over here, my poi are in timing such that they're opposite split time right here. And I can either complete the pattern by taking them both up and then back down at the same time, or, as I did in the video, I can split both of them straight up and straight down and work it into a C-cap pattern, right? Then, when they both meet up in the middle again, I can take them straight back into Zan's Diamond, right? It literally is just alternating how I'm treating the cap pattern in the middle, right? Another variant on this would actually be, since I start off going this way, up to your right, my left, I could use that as an excuse to go into this C-cap pattern where my hands stay together, and then drop from that into the diamond once again. So, there's all kinds of fun stuff possible there. I mean, the point just is to remember which direction you're going anti-spin and which you're going extension. And once again, I think of these in terms of soft transitions and hard transitions. And all caps, at least all caps that I've played with, are mixed transitions. And just so long as you keep that in mind, you have a really hard time going bad with it. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys this week. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, have a cool week. Peace.